and TV show recaps. We review and read them too, as long as they're Black, Brian and Lamar hosting the show. Remain unbiased in case you don't know. Now you know. The number one official is out to the imagination. If you don't know, now you know.
Disclaimer: no matter if we liked your movie, liked your show, or hated the show, or hated your movie, doesn't matter. We respect you, shout outs to you, and we support you. And we try to get everybody else to support you like we support you. Black on Black Prime, we stand on what we say, though.
And just like always, if you didn't ask for our opinion, we didn't ask you to listen to it. So, sorry.
Click and turn it off.
Hey, you sure you good?
As long as I don't ever see her face to face again, I ain't gonna trip on none of it.
You know, I just don't want to see you, lose it. You end up doing something that you can't come back from.
Please believe me, I'm very conscious of every decision I make. I don't trust your ass.
You didn't trust us this whole time?
By no means do I take disrespect lightly. Apologize for your very disrespectful question.
Apologize for what?
You gotta be fucking kidding me. You got 5 seconds, or it's gonna get a hell of a lot more uncomfortable than it already is in this motherfucker.
Yo, we back.
Shit.
We are back.
I feel like every time I respond, we talk over each other.
Because I don't be knowing like the blank space. I'll be like, I don't want to just leave it blank like that. So I'm trying to say something. But we back with another one. This one is called Saturday, starring starring SZA.
That nigga is crazy. I'm like, what?
SZA and Keke Palmer, man. I'm calling it Saturday because to me, it's like I'm not saying it's 1 and 1, but this is like the female Friday to me.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were gonna say the same thing. I was thinking, like, I was like, this is the new generation female Friday.
Mm-hmm.
The new generation Friday, but with females in it. I didn't want to I wanted to judge it on its own, but I mean, I still can, but it definitely
comparisons.
Yeah, I definitely reminded me of it right away.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, just one of them days, aka Saturday,
AKA Saturday, man. Like I said, starring Keke Palmer and starring SZA. It's funny because Keke Palmer is a well-seasoned actor, but when I told, because we took the kids to see this too. When I told them, it was like, what movie? I'm like, the movie with SZA in it. It's funny. I feel like saying SZA instead of saying Keke Palmer, even though she's the more seasoned actress. Right. SZA brings the draw to it.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like
newer generation, for sure.
Right. So it's like, and it's funny because watching this movie, it seemed like SZA been acting for years. It seemed like she been acting forever. Like I didn't see no flaws in her acting. You saw some?
Okay. I don't want to get into it that quick, but I was thinking about it. I don't know if you remember when I was talking about when women play a certain role, it's almost like second nature. Do you remember I said that before?
Was you saying that because of the emotions?
It's like when they have to play and this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but it's my opinion. When women, I feel like when I see most women play the ratchet role, or like the hood girl role, I feel like
Mm.
it's a little easy for them to play it because it's in some of them already. You know what I mean? Like it's a part of you. Not saying that you're a ratchet, but it's in you to pop off if need be. So when it's time to that action, be, you know what I mean, be this person. Like I couldn't wait. I'm this, say if you're like a working class woman, you from the hood though, or whatever, right? But you don't pop off all the time. But if somebody was to tell you to act like you popping off, it's easy. It's second nature because it's in you already. It's just like action. Oh shit, bitch! Da, 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 da. Like
Crazy.
out.
But I feel like you did say this before. I don't know what episode it was, but you have made this point before.
Yeah.
And I agree. I agree to a certain extent, only because you still have to act within that. You still got to be a good actress within that. I mean, because perfect example is you can go to any Tubi movie and look for ratchet girls, and it's going to be over the top ratchet. Yeah, because they can do that,
Right.
but you still got lines to deliver. You still gotta play a part. So it might be easy to tap into the emotion of being ratchet, but you still got to act it out.
Yeah.
You still have to convince me that you're in the movie and not reading lines.
So what I want to do is not take anything away from the role she played. I just wanted to make that what I like, because I still feel that way. I'm just,
Mm.
when I saw her, I was like, okay, like she's not bad acting. She's not over the top. It doesn't seem goofy. It seems like she was comfortable. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and that's what I mean. That's why I said it seemed like she's been doing it for years.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Grammy Award winning actress SZA. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying she seemed comfortable acting. Like it seemed like she's been doing it.
But she's also an artist. So it's like when I see like certain artists that are like especially big artists like she is, like, you know, she does concerts, she does music videos. A camera ain't, you know.
Beyonce.
So, but oh,
Keep going. Keep going. What you say?
okay. So I'm not gonna say everybody. So I'm just gonna say that with artists, I feel like sometimes it's not about damn. You threw me all over with that one. But so when I think about like, even when I think of like Ice Cube and Friday, right? Like he wasn't an actor, like, but I felt like he did a good job just kind of like as an artist, you know what I mean? Kind of just being himself, you know what I mean? Being a little hood. And it wasn't unbelievable, but he was also playing himself. You know what I mean? He's been playing who he's been rapping about. I mean, his character as Ice Cube, the gangster, that's who he was playing in those movies.
I mean,
Now,
you still got to pull that shit off.
so it's like
You still have to.
So when he was in movies like Twerk and, you know what I mean, Triple X, it just wasn't believable.
Wait, what?
All right, so I can even use Beyonce on this one, right? Whatever, right? So it's like when it comes to artists, right? I feel like they're good at playing the character that they play as an artist. So if Ice Cube is the gangster, right? He can play a hood person, a person just kicking it in the hood like Craig. Beyonce, I feel like she did a decent job in a Dreamgirls because she's an artist, you know what I mean? And that like she was pretty much playing herself in Destiny's Child. I mean, you might throw her in something that she's not comfortable with, it might come off a little, oh, I don't know about that one. Same thing with Ice Cube. You throw him in the motorcycle movie, it's just like, I don't know if I see him as a motorcycle mob boss.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying, no matter what world you're in, when that camera's on, the first movie we ever made, you had to act in.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel like you did?
The fact that I could cover my mouth, I feel like I did decent. But if I didn't cover my mouth, it probably would have looked like worse than it did.
You said covered your mouth.
So I've noticed, like, you know, when all you have to do is kind of like show a part of you, like everything ain't showing. Is like, because a lot of things, you do a lot of stuff with your face that you're not even really conscious of, you know what I mean, when you're acting. So I felt like I would have been probably making sure my lips was licked and making sure I wasn't making sure I wasn't, you know, doing something funny with my mouth or smiling, or you know what I mean, or laughing or whatever. So it's like, since I was hidden for most of it, I don't feel like I had to do too much. You know what I mean? It was all about how I delivered it vocally.
I don't. It's like I don't care how big you are of an artist. I don't care if you're in a lane of performing for millions of people. When it's time to act, you still got to pull those lines off.
No, you're right.
It still has to seem believable. It has to seem like I'm watching you in a world, not watching you in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta pull that off. Ice Cube does that flawlessly. He and like even when you said in the motorcycle movie, it's more so we're looking at the ridiculousness of what's going on in that movie. It's not Ice Cube's acting bad. It's this world is ridiculous. You get what I'm saying? It's ridiculous shit happening. Cause it's like I don't know. Compare her to Common. Common been in hella movies, and he still seems like every time he's reading the script. He still, even when he got 6 lines, it's like, nigga, you still reading the script. You know what I mean? Like some people just don't. It doesn't transition well.
Yeah, I mean, I guess my point about actors, you know what I mean, playing artists being decent actors or whatever, because they're always behind the camera, I guess it's not totally true, not with everybody. Because with, just like you said, I mean, what you said is right. Like, she was able to pull it off acting and not make it look like she was a bad actress or a bad actor, no matter what. Like, she did a good job in doing it. And a lot of people, just like you said, a lot of artists, it's like when they do act like a Common, it's kind of like, not believable. You know what I mean?
You don't believe it. It feels like at a certain point they're reading lines. At a certain point, they're trying to execute this line so much that we notice it. You don't in this one, you don't notice. Like I can't, out of the whole movie, I can't point out somebody and be like, oh yeah, you can tell this is like his first movie. Like you don't have those moments in here. Like out of nobody, I couldn't point out nobody with those moments.
Right. I also feel like it does have to do with the character they're playing as well. You can't just throw anybody in anything. A lot of people aren't believable in some characters just because of who they're playing. Like you can't throw random people and random that I guess that people are not going to see them in that space because it's already going to look bad. Like, so if you throw if you throw Common in a situation like an action movie, he's too common to play this hype person, so it's already all bad. You're already looking at it like this ain't gonna be good, and then he's dry with it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh, damn, an explosion. That's crazy.
I don't know who can't do what until I see it. So it's like once I see it, then I'm like, oh shit. Like if Common already has that because we've seen him in so much shit. So when we do see him, it's kind of like you be like, all right, here we go. You know what I mean? Like even because from Den of Thieves, I have the same feeling when I see him. I just be like here we go. Like it's they've already set them expectations for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
As far as SZA goes, this is the first thing I've seen her in, and I'm saying she did great. I can't say what she shouldn't do. I can't be like, oh, if it's an action movie starring SZA, oh, this ain't gonna work because I haven't seen it yet. The presence I've seen so far is she's good.
Right. Our first impression with, this is the only thing. So I can't really judge her on anything. It's just more of like a thought that I have with just actors doing certain, like, because she's already winning in the role of like what she's playing. She probably is comfortable with playing that role. So her being comfortable could have helped in playing that role. I would like to see her in something else so I can make a comparison, because right now it's just, that's all I got.
Yeah, I'm just judging off right now.
Yeah, so, and
I think she did good for what I think she did. Excellent for what she had. Like I said, her being her first movie, to me, I was like, oh, goddamn, look like she been doing this shit forever.
Horrible friend, but
yeah, the character as a friend is horrible, and we all know girls like that too.
Man,
we all know girls like that. Like, you still that nigga? You don't say it because we don't hate, but you be like, still?
Yeah.
We still together. So the movie starts off with Drew is Keke Palmer, and what's her name? What the fuck is her name? Alyssa. Alyssa.
Yeah,
That's SZA.
I was gonna call her SZA.
No.
But if you know her name, then cool.
Drew is Keke Palmer, Alyssa is SZA. So we start out with we see Keke Palmer working at a restaurant. It's kind of like just regular hood shit. Like it this and what I do appreciate is regular hood shit, but they didn't make it super overly ghetto. Like you know what I mean? Like you know how they be doing over the top shit sometimes in hood movies. It's like they just showing regular life in the hood. It's literally that, just like Friday. That's why I kind of compare it to Friday. It's just regular life in the hood. She's a waitress trying to get by like everybody else, but she got aspirations to be bigger.
Yeah, the whole we need to pay rent is like, okay, Friday Part 3. That's what that reminded me of, like off the top. Like, oh, we got to pay rent. We can't
I
pay
mean, it's
it.
all the Fridays they owe somebody money. it's always on somebody money.
Yeah, but this one just happened to be about rent, like Friday 3.
Right,
Um,
right.
yeah, the whole it didn't the thing that is fucked up. This is the same situation that happened with the blackening, right?
Mm.
I didn't go into it with an attitude, but I started getting one because I went by myself. In the
I told you
theater,
about doing that, man. I told you about that.
I love going to movies by myself. That's my best time.
No,
But
I'm not saying that. I'm saying certain movies like the blackening experience that your surroundings matter. In certain black films, your surroundings matter.
see, I didn't have any control over this because like I
Mm.
had to watch it in a theater, but I
Mm.
ended up watching it next to the group of girls that could have been in the movie.
Oh yeah, I was there with this. Okay, I'll say that. The movie overall is more leaning towards the. It's kind of like Girls Trip. Like we watched it. Yeah, we saw what was funny about it, but this was leaning towards it's their world. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like this is it's their world. So I went in with because I went in, it was all women that as far as tickets goes, it was dudes sprinkled in.
Yeah.
Majority women in there.
Yeah, I probably was the only person in there solo, but that's how I rock. You know what I mean? But the girls next to me were like relating to the movie, passing around clinking ass bottles of whatever alcohol that they had. I just heard clink, 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 clink. Girl, I remember when I had a nigga in a Mercedes. Like, this is real. I'm not even joking. I'm talking about verbatim. Girl, I remember when I had my nigga in his Mercedes, he would buy me some food. I'm like, what we doing here? Are we still talking? Are we talking in movies? Like, y'all, they my age at least. And
This is their experience. It's
man,
it's their experience.
They enjoyed the hell out of that movie. Period.
I literally
that's what I'm talking about.
Walking in this movie, I expected it. I expected the black girl in the movie experience. They all with their partners, their sisters, their cousins, yelling shit at the. I expected it.
You know what I mean? I expected it as well. I think it's because I was right next to the person that decided to talk, and I don't like people to talk through the movie. You know what I mean? It's like at least talk through the music montage.
Yeah. Don't fuck around and laugh at one of her jokes because now you're a friend. Now she want to tell you all the jokes.
I'm sitting up there like, that's what we doing. You know what I mean? But I mean, it was fine. Like it didn't bother me that much. I'm just like watching the movie and hearing that at the same time was just more like, all right, this is what we doing still. But
all right,
definitely so the guy that is Alyssa's boyfriend, like he's a TikTok star.
Yeah, that nigga funny as hell.
Yeah, so I was like, I've seen his work before or whatever, like, and just seeing him in the movie, I was like, that's pretty dope. You know what I mean? Like him coming from just doing that. That's all I've seen him on.
Yeah, that's all I seen him doing short videos. Like that nigga's hilarious. So when I seen him, I was like, oh shit, he came from that. That's dope.
Yeah, I thought that was dope. I thought he did a pretty good job playing the fuck nigga. That was hilarious.
I'm saying even with him, you wouldn't know that this is his first time acting. Yeah, we could say he did TikTok videos, but acting and doing TikTok videos, two different worlds.
Yeah, that's true. What did you think about are we going through the whole movie or are we just talking about it?
I kind of don't want to miss no scenes. That's why I was
Okay,
gonna try
go
to
ahead.
go.
I'm gonna let you run, and I'll just
No,
talk to you.
I didn't know how I wanted to do it, but I didn't want to miss nothing.
I'm about to start jumping around.
Right. I don't want to call it Scissor. Alyssa picks up dude. What the fuck is his name? Drew from work. And Drew's expected that Alyssa's paid the rent. They never said how Alyssa makes money, but I guess Drew gave her half of the rent, and she like, "Did you pay the rent?" And she like, "Yeah." Of course, we know watching the movie, no, she ain't paid that motherfucking rent. We don't know how or why, but that rent ain't paid. So when they get to the house, they set the scene. Was those the same apartments from Insecure?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
They look vaguely
Most apartments
similar
look like kind of similar
in LA.
like the ones that kind of enclosed and it's like a little middle courtyard. They kind of look the same.
Okay, so I mean, I just assumed it, like, cause they had two complexes in Insecure. I thought she was in one of them, but you see, she go in there. Like I said, it's just regular hood shit. She run into she run into the nigga with the t-shirt. She was like, "That nigga dead," and nigga was like, "Yeah." He's like, how he die? He looked at King. What the fuck is the nigga name? King Lolo.
King Lolo.
He looked at King Lolo. She was like, "You looked at him what?" And he looked at him. He killed him. Like little hood shit like that be funny to me.
Yeah.
So she goes to talk to the candy lady. Then in walks hating ass dude from rap shit. Like he walk in. That's the love lot, the lover that you could tell they set the scene.
Yeah.
Lover. And I'm sure the black girls are going crazy by her reaction to him being in.
I thought it was dope that old girl had a convenience store in her house. I thought that was hilarious.
That happens though,
and they didn't make it. They didn't. I liked how they didn't even like talk about like how they come in.
That's
what
I'm saying.
You got a convenience store in your house? Like,
yeah,
no, it's just normal.
but that's what I'm saying. I like that it's just normal hood shit. Like any other movie that have made it a scene, like God, they'd have Mike Epps walk in like, God damn, you got candy in here. Like
Right.
it'd have been a whole.
Yeah.
Like, nah, nigga, this is just how they live. She in there buying orange juice. This ain't even the grocery store, but she in there buying orange juice.
Yeah.
So that there's a little lover exchange in that, the goofy moment. Then Drew goes upstairs. She walks in, there's hella Jordans just sprinkled everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Jordans all over the fucking floor. She like, God damn, like your boyfriend living here, he basically ain't paying no bills, but this nigga's flipping Jordans. That's his thing, right? He flips the shoes or he just buys the shoes.
Are you
I'm mad. That was a question, nigga.
Oh, I thought you were saying that's what she was saying to him. I thought he was selling the Jordans.
So he was selling them.
Yeah, like he sells them. That's his like job.
Then I don't know.
Like he was supposed to be selling them, but they're all over the place.
Yeah, he just threw the motherfuckers all over the place.
Yeah.
So then we get time transitions a little. I'm not gonna point out everything that happened, but we get to knock at the door. Of course, it's the landlord. Where's the rent? You don't got the rent. I'm gonna put your ass out.
Right.
So now, and it's funny they never tell us how much the rent is, but that's the thing. You got to find out how to get this rent.
Mm-hmm. I thought they said it. I thought it was like
they said it later, but they don't say it in the beginning. We don't find out till later how much it is.
Yeah.
When it was like $1,500.
Right.
Which is cheap.
Unless you got a 1-bedroom. I think it was like a 1-bedroom where they had two. They have 2 bedrooms.
They had 2 bedrooms.
We never saw Keke Palmer's bedroom.
She did. She was laying in her bed.
Oh, that's right. When she had put on the what's it called, she couldn't get no sleep because what's the name? That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, 2 bedrooms, $1,500 is wild.
That's cheap as fuck. It's crazy to say it's cheap, but it's cheap.
You can't get a studio. You can't get a studio for $1,500.
Nigga. So
that's your half.
So it's funny because she talks to the landlord. She slammed the door. Now she's going to go talk to Alyssa, but dude opened the room door. And he like, she in there sleep or whatever. She like, I need to talk to her. So she walk in. She going off on her like, you said you paid the rent. She was like, I did. I gave it to him to pay it. And it's funny while they're talking, you see him reach in and grab a garbage bag, kind of like I'm about this motherfucker.
Like he dipped out. Yeah.
Yeah. So turn around, they come out the room, this nigga's gone. Everything he got, and they gone.
He pretty much put her to sleep. and
Mhm.
she's pretty much what they call it, digmatized throughout the
Yep.
whole thing, because the whole movie she can't stop texting this nigga no matter what. Just like she's giving
That's
his
reality.
location, just everything. Like, come on, girl. Like, I don't know if I could have a friend like that, bro. Just somebody that was just like always just wrapped up into like something that's like, you gave our rent money to who? Like at that point, that's like an end of a friendship thing.
I mean, it's only it's only an end of a friendship when it's now affecting your life. If she was living on her own and this nigga was taking everything from her and do
Totally
whatever,
different. Totally
none of my
different.
goddamn business.
Yeah.
But nigga, we live here.
I get it. It's not that he took yours, he took ours.
Yeah, he took
Ours.
hours.
So you gave him our rent money. That's
when,
crazy.
when we first see him, he walked in the living room, he grabbed the orange juice she just bought and
Yeah.
take it in the room. It's like this nigga just in our apartment, you got me fucked up.
That nigga's he was a hobo. He was out here just jumping couches.
Easily.
Yeah.
So yeah, so now they're going through it. They gotta find out how to get this rent. But then how did she find out where he was with the big booty girl that was calling her?
They went through his phone. Because
Oh, they went through his other phone.
Second phone, yeah. And I guess the text was I guess the phone were connected or whatever, because he was texting and it was coming in like, I'll be over there.
Oh, they took it downstairs to do that braid hair in the on outside.
He knows how to hack that. Bro had an old Nokia. That was his burner phone.
Hey, it's funny. I always see like when you watch movies, like recent movies, and they got an old ass phone. You be like, why they pick that phone?
This is like
they don't even make them phones no more.
Oh, like it's 2025 for real.
Yeah, they ain't make them phones no more.
I think it was a burner phone. Or they didn't want to. Or they probably didn't want to pay to put like expensive phones out there. Like we don't want our brand out.
Oh, you're right. But I feel like they showed a different phone later on too.
Okay.
Because Keke Palmer's phone, they showed a different phone.
Okay.
It's weird. But so they find out it's funny they're living in the jungles. And I guess she does too. Yeah? No?
Which one? Which girl?
The big booty girl. I don't remember her name.
Yeah, well, I mean, they didn't go far. So, and the jungles is big, so they probably just went to another complex.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about no fucking jungles.
I haven't been in there. It just looks like I've never seen the inside of one. So I just see usually they only show the outside and they show all the apartments. So I don't know what none of them really look like inside. They could have been anywhere. You know how they did Insecure. Not how they did Insecure, but how they did what movie was that, to where they filmed the outside of it, but the inside is a set somewhere. It don't really look like that on the inside.
Oh, you talking about Training Day.
Right.
Like, right. Well, I wouldn't know that they could lie to me, nigga. I don't know.
Exactly. It's like I don't know what that shit look like. That's the jungles.
Yeah. I don't know the difference. So they run into the girl. What is the girl? Is she a drug dealer too?
You're talking about the big booty girl?
Yeah.
I don't know if she's a drug dealer. I don't know if they made that clear or not. I know that she did she sell wigs?
I don't know what the fuck she did. Like when they pulled up on her, she was like in a hood for real. Because remember, Drew had to walk through all the niggas to get to her apartment.
Right. So they were all small. They had like hotboxed the whole stairway. But like when she walked up there, it's not like she said, you here to buy something or whatever. Like, no, she was
just like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, she was like, you don't remember me from high school? I went to Crenshaw. She was like, girl, I went to Dorsey. But I don't remember her occupation. I don't, I thought she was just pulling up over there to run an interference so her friend can get the what's called.
Yeah, that's what she was doing. The reason I was asking, because it was like she was a reputable. Like the whole neighborhood was scared of her. Basically, she was like a female Debo.
Yeah, I mean, they showed her kind of like in that the flashback, but the flashback was more of like how her and bro were connecting or whatever, and they was tonguing down the ice cream together.
Right, that shit was wild.
She was like supposed to be like the female Debo.
Yeah, that's what I just said. That's literally what I just said.
You just said that?
I just rewind the tape. The special effects. Rewind the tape. I literally just
I didn't hear you say it.
But that don't matter. But So of course, Alyssa's back there talking to dude because he's sleeping in the bed. He sleep like Debo was in Friday. And then it's like a big ass commotion going on. So they all run back there. Then the big girl like, I'm about to beat both of y'all ass. It's crazy. Like she like, I'm about to beat both of y'all ass, and was doing that until they jumped out the window and ran up the street, and then she ran into that parked car. That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. She slammed hella hard into that damn car. But then it was like, so now we know she's out for her revenge. But they still got to find this money because uh, Alyssa's boyfriend spent all the money on coochie t-shirts that he was going to flip. He was going to double it up and give her back 3 times what she gave him. So, God damn, what happened after that? After they ran, is that when they found out about the blood drive? Or is that when they went to try to get the payday loan?
I think the payday loan was afterwards because they didn't get any money from bro. And they wanted to see if they could get the payday loan. That's when they ran into Cat Williams outside. And
hey, you could add to the story, nigga. I don't want to just be the only one talking. Goddamn.
So it's hard for me to like when I just saw the movie. Man. So and I didn't write nothing down. So it's just like when I'll be jumping around, like I don't know back to back what.
Oh no, I didn't write nothing down. I'm going off memory. And then I pulled up this shit on Wikipedia.
Okay, yeah. It's like from what I remember, they went and got the payday loan, and they were checking the old girl's credit score, and that shit was hilarious.
That shit was crazy. That shit said 122. I was like, nigga, what?
Yeah, from all of that, I just remember them they just got denied, you know what I mean? Because the one girl didn't have a job, the Scissor's character, she's just a painter or whatever. And then the other girl didn't have a credit score, so they couldn't. So
they were denied, but
they couldn't kind of help her.
It's funny because everything Cat Williams said to them before they went in, when that nigga said you're gonna be stuck in that circle, that nigga told him, "You ain't got the money this week. You're not gonna have the money to give to him next week." It's like this is the reality of payday loans.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a never ending fucking cycle.
It just puts you in debt unless you got something big coming up. Like if you just like, oh, I'm about to get money, then okay, like it can help you out right now. But if you are gonna be in this situation you in probably for months, probably not the best idea.
If you don't have the money to pay it all back in full, the next time you go in there, just don't do it. Like that's how the cycle starts. They'll be like, come in, give us the fee that you had, we'll give you back the same money, but you're gonna keep paying that fee every time you come in there.
Oh man, like I didn't have payday loans back. I remember back when maybe like 2010. I remember when Wells Fargo was doing this thing to where they would give you $500 of your next check. If you just, I forgot what it was called or whatever, but they stopped doing that for people. But nigga, I did that shit every check. And I could never get back right. It was just always, like, I'm gonna get this 500. I'm gonna be next. Nope. Just kept on spinning.
I was in that payday loan cycle, I want to say for like a full year, two different places. And I got to the point like I can't do this shit no more. I just went there like, here, take it. They're like, you want to take another one? No, I don't want another one. Just I'll be broke for a minute. Fuck it, just take it. Yeah. It's a real life, never ending cycle. So they get denied in there. Then they find out about a blood drive. Another funny ass scene because they go in there. Alyssa don't even give blood. It's just Drew, and then they're dealing with the principal from Abbott Elementary. Yeah. She's not good at her job. So she's taking pints of blood, and Drew like, if I give more, can I get more? She kind of looked around like she ain't supposed to say yeah, but she like, yeah, just do it.
Yeah.
So it's just funny, like they go out of that and they come back in, and Drew pale as shit. She damn near dead in the chair. Damn near fucking dead.
After all of that,
yeah,
she gets in a fight with the doctor, and that shit spilled every damn way. Why did she get into a fight again with the doctor? What was that about?
No, she so Alyssa walk in, like I said, Drew pale, she damn near dead in the chair, and she see all the blood stacked up, so she snatched the thing out her arm, kind of like get her up out of here. Yeah, when she snatched it out, that's when what's her name, the nurse grabbed it, so they in a fight now over the blood that's shooting everywhere, and then they end up stomping on all the bags.
Yeah. He was like, we don't get the money. Just like, nope, no blood, no money.
She was like, I can still give you all these coupons.
That's when they
But,
got the church's chicken. No, they was like, was it church's chicken coupon?
Church's chicken,
Church's chicken.
the apple pies of Church's chicken.
Yeah, but they wanted the biscuits instead. So I think
Yeah.
that was the.
Oh no, they wanted the pies, but Tony Baker was like, they don't have the pies. Oh no, he said something like that, like we don't have pies right now. And she was like, well, can you give us complimentary biscuits? And he didn't even want to do that. That nigga was like, yeah, just come on. The nigga still. What was that?
No, so you know what's funny is that part where the dude kept stealing the food. I thought that shit was hilarious. I don't know.
That shit was fucking hilarious. And Tony Baker's reaction, that nigga be like, oh,
you do this all the time. Oh,
that
man.
nigga be like, oh.
How'd you feel about like the little cameos that were in this?
I think it's dope. I think it's dope when you see internet stars getting mainstream like.
Yeah.
That should be dope to me. Or it's I like when movies do that where it's like you don't have to get a big name, just get somebody that can do the part.
Right.
That's gonna shine light for them later on in their career. Like you don't have to always go get go find like a goddamn, like give me a higher name than normal. It's like I got to get them to play this part because I want to sell the movie. It's like just sell the movie. The movie's good already.
You ain't gotta go get Denzel's son just because.
Yeah, because he's Denzel's son. It's like just get somebody to play the role, and they did a lot of that in here.
Yeah, no, I thought that was dope because sometimes I feel like that could be a bad thing. You know what I mean? When you add too many cameos, but like some of the cameos were just so quick it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they didn't have to make a character out of Tony Baker to make him a part of the movie.
You
know what I mean? It was just like something real quick, in and out. You know what I mean? Like there was no. I think that's one thing that I did enjoy, other than Lil Rel's part. I don't know, but I like Lil Rel too. But I just thought his. I mean, that's going a little bit further into the movie. I just thought that part was kind of like it was a little extra. But I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? I was like, I get it.
Yeah, I feel like you do. Like with that one, it was kind of like when I saw him, I thought about what you said. Like this nigga Lil Rel, keep him a job, because I was just like, they literally did not have to have him in there, but what he did, that scene was a little long. That scene was a little long, but the switch up at the end, it was kind of like, oh, that was funny.
Yeah.
Because he crying like, what about your dad? My dad died in the boat. It was kind of like, oh, they dragging this. But then when that nigga switched it up, like, oh, yeah, I thought 1,500, yeah. That nigga was like, you see how that happened? Like then it was funny. Yeah, I got your ass. Then it was funny to me.
I think it just threw me off. Like, I think because when I see those type of movies or whatever, it's just like you want to see like that would have been funny if it was in like more of an LA character playing that role or whatever, like somebody that was just that they knew or not knew, but somebody that was from around the way. Like Lil Rel just kind of seemed out of place for that part. But
I mean, he didn't do nothing really LA like.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like that character would have been funnier if it would have been like kind of a more of an LA type of character. I feel like in that, him just being who he is, like it looked like Lil Rel. it felt like oh, Lil Rel's in this movie.
I don't know. I feel like only in that moment, it didn't matter who you got, but putting a extra R pronunciating LA nigga in that scene might have made it corny.
Imagine if it was like DJ Pooh playing the scene. Somewhere just a dude that we know of, but it's like an LA dude, and he just can't buy these shoes. It would have been like almost like it would have been homage, and it would have been. I think it would have just been funnier to see him there. I don't got.
Hey, I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying. Like keep it LA since it's already LA.
Right. I don't got nothing. Lil Rel might be from LA. Like I know he's from Chicago. He's from Chicago. But
that nigga from Chicago and Tony Baker from Chicago.
That's crazy. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just.
I mean, because SZA from New Jersey, so it's
nobody in here. I don't think nobody in here really is from LA like that. I think about it.
But I do feel what you say, because we talk about this all the time. Like LA movie, put as much LA in it as you can. Like it could have literally been Wasomi in there. He could have been the one buying the shoes.
I was surprised he wasn't in it.
Surprise, nigga. When I say at the party, when I seen what's his name in there and not him, I was like, God damn, like what's his name at the party? He be doing skits and shit too.
Desi Banks.
Desi Banks.
Yeah.
When I saw him, I'm like, damn, y'all could have put Watts right. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't put Watts. Maybe he ain't welcome in the jungle.
he was busy. I guarantee you he was just busy. He probably was doing something else because he be in.
Maybe,
LA,
but
he in it.
But I feel what you're saying. Like, yeah, just I mean that scene was what it was.
Maybe because it was just too long. So it was like the fact that it was long.
It was long.
You know, because if Tony Baker would have been, I would have thought the same thing. Like, you know, him being in the scene is just like, maybe it would have been cool if you would have had, you know, with whoever. But Tony Baker's scene is so quick, it didn't matter that he was in it. It was just funny.
Because even what Lil Rel was saying was supposed to be funny, but it was like, this ain't the time for that. Like, cause he like, yeah, on a boat, you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about slavery, and it's just like
all right,
like, you gonna buy the shoes or not, nigga? Like,
I'm
like, I'm like, Drew, nigga. So you gonna buy the shoes or
right?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah, then they get the 1,500. Then the whole time Drew has an interview. She's supposed to be doing this job interview to be the franchise manager for they didn't say where she was working, but it's like a diner. While she's in the meeting outside, Alyssa's kicking it, still ignoring texts from the nigga, but you know eventually she's gonna give in. That's just women be doing that. So, and she don't just give in, she takes a picture of where they at.
Right, she in there buying fruit. trying to
finesse the dude to get a bigger cup of fruit.
Yeah, he was like, here's just a small cup of fruit.
Yeah. So she sends the picture to dude like, oh, she sent me this picture. The hood, the female Debo, like, I know exactly where that's at. Yeah. So she pull up. This is a movie convenience that Drew's having her interview right next to the window where the fight is happening.
Yeah.
That's movie convenience. There's a couple movie convenience scenes in here. So the fight is like, they all dressed in ridiculous shit too because the blood sprayed all over them, so they ain't lost the found clothes.
So Drew didn't get no clothes from nowhere.
She had to go straight to the interview.
I was like, SZA, let me put on what you got. Like, I'm here. I got an interview. At least she would have been kind of fly. SZA was fly in what she had on.
No, she wasn't. She like salt and peppers here, nigga. That shit was not fly.
It's better than a stripper outfit.
Absolutely.
Lime green outfit on.
Yeah. So she pretty much had the job wrapped, but then she look outside and see SZA getting beat up by Big Woody Debo. So she run out there, of course. She got to help her fight, but they both getting their ass whooped again.
Yeah.
It's like this girl just got hands. She's slamming her ass in their face. She just beating their ass. Then she running there like, it's funny because the lady who interviewed her is supposed to be from the hood too, but she made it.
Yeah.
But she's telling her like, no, this ain't really me. You know what I mean? This is, and the woman just like, you ain't the candidate for this job. We know that's not the end of it, but for the moment, that's the end of it.
Right.
So of course we go outside. They walk in. Her and SZA walking. Then the truth comes out. Like, how the hell she find us? Oh, I messed up. And then you got the friends breakup scene. You knew he was gonna get it. The friend going off breakup scene.
Should have been happening.
It should have been. It definitely should have been happening.
Yeah.
But they walking back to the house. It's funny when they walking back to the house. They right across the street from each other. So it's kind of like we mad at each other, but we still got to go to the same place.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and then so they pull up outside. All of this shit is outside because they didn't pay this rent on time.
Nigga didn't even give him till the end of the day. And nigga was like, I assumed.
Yeah, but what he was doing wasn't legal because it's like, nigga, it's still the first. You can't just be like, y'all didn't have it, nigga. I threw it out. They also had a new white tenant who was trying to like. It's funny. It's like gentrifications because she coming to the hood. Her apartment nice as fuck. Like her apartment is top class because this nigga then did her apartment up to give her that one. So they see her on the street. She sees Alyssa's art. She loves the art. I want to buy the art. Then she's like, come upstairs. Let me talk to y'all. And then that's when Drew comes up with the plan. Let's throw an art party. I'm throwing an art gala right here.
Yeah.
In the jungle. Then enter, I guess you could say this is like the Damon of their world. Unc from Snowfall. He's the nigga that put the other nigga on the shirt for looking at him.
Yeah.
And he wants to kill them now because they took the shoes that he from a nigga. I'm assuming he killed the nigga and put the shoes up on the wire.
I guess that's what that's supposed to mean.
That's what I'm assuming. I ain't from LA. I guess that's shit y'all do.
They don't do that.
But so he wants to kill them because they took the shoes down and sold them. So
Yeah.
he like, yeah, y'all gonna pay me 5,000. He was like, y'all gonna pay me net what he said market price for him.
Yeah.
She was like, how much is that? And nigga said 5,000.
5 racks.
Five racks. Nigga got me fucked up. So he tells them they have to midnight to give him that. So not only do they got to get the rent money, they also got to get 5,000 for these fucking shoes.
Yeah. So once they make enough money, pretty much at the end of the party or whatever, that's when bro comes in and pretty much shoots up the spot. Everybody disperse. Like, yo, but we got the money though.
But she didn't. Alyssa said, "Don't give it to him."
Right. She was like, "I got a plan." I'm like, "Girl, like come on, man. This nigga got a gun in our face." She was like,
"I don't want to die for your plan."
Just all of them. Like, what?
Her plan was weird. So like you said, he shoots up the place. First before that, the same lady that told Drew she wasn't right for the job magically gets an invitation to the art gallery. Mm-hmm. That's the other movie magic I was talking about. She magically shows up, and it's funny because she shows up and she's just like, "Yeah, you're good for the position if you still want it. I gotta get out of here." It's like, what the fuck did you come for? You was only there for 2 seconds. Who gave you a cup? You walked around 2 seconds, then you like, I gotta get out of here. That's movie magic.
LA a little bit too big for that. Everybody ain't coming to the same campus party.
Yeah, if she would have showed up, it'd have been 1,000 people that showed up. Right. Well, how convenient it was just her. So yeah, she it's like, oh, celebration. We got the money, we got the job, but nah, here come I don't remember his name in the movie. Here come Lolo, King Lolo.
Yeah.
They had him looking goofy. Like he was damn near cockeyed with the damn the net on his head.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird, but we know what he's the name, and he's the other Debo. I'm here to take y'all life for the money.
Yeah, I wasn't even clear on who he was right away because he looked a little bit different, and then they only showed the back of him and his voice or whatever. So I didn't get it right away, like until we literally saw his face. Like, oh, that's who they got. They got Unc.
Mm-hmm. So he like you said, shootout, whatever, chase him up the street. You hear somebody say, "We've been looking for you." You assume it's the police.
Yeah.
And then that's how they get away again, and they end up running back to the apartments, right?
Mm-hmm.
They run back to the apartments. How the fuck did he know they was there?
I mean, once they got upstairs, they realized that bro was there, the fuck nigga dude, and he had like candles lit and shit like that, waiting for Alyssa to come upstairs to apologize to him.
Hey, when that nigga started singing, that shit was hilarious. This nigga just busted out in the song. That shit was fucking hilarious to me.
Yeah, that was when Unc came through the door, busted through the door, whatever, and then he slammed it, and then they cheap ass roof that had been fucking up the whole movie fell down on top of his head.
Knocked him out, and he knocked the candle down as he fell out. Dude had lit hella candles up there.
Right.
So a fire started. He's blocking the door. They want to run to the back, but Alyssa's like, "No, we're gonna save him too. Save King Lolo. I'd let the nigga burn." But they like, "We gonna save him too." They drug him to the back. Of course, there's bars on the window. Yeah. Flashback to earlier. The dude's name was Maniac, the one that Drew liked.
Right.
She was riding in the car with him. A fucking axe slides under her seat. Movie magic. Movie magic. But his name is Maniac, so she assumes he's a killer. Like, and he gets this call like, "It's an emergency, come here." So she's assuming he's a killer this whole time. Once the fire started, I was like, "Oh, this nigga's a firefighter."
Nigga never went to the emergency, by the way, because her emergency just took precedent for some reason. Like he was just like, "Oh, I'm on my way" or whatever. You know? And she's just like, she get a call, and then he take her over there. I'm like, "What happened to your emergency?"
Yeah, because she was like, "You got time to drop me off?" He was like, "Yeah, I got you." Like, no, you got time to get on the bus. I already said I had an emergency. Like, but
do they call firemen like from out of the station that they out there just They on call? I don't know.
I don't know how they do it. I don't
Yeah.
know the get downs of that.
Okay.
But once I saw the smoke and I saw the fire, I saw them trapped. I was like, "Oh, this nigga's a fireman." Because I thought back to the axe. I'm like, "Oh, this nigga's a fireman." Cause and then too when they woke up in the they woke up in the ambulance when she fell off the line. What's her name? Alyssa told her like, "Oh yeah, Maniac called the ambulance and he knew all of their names." So I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this nigga's a firefighter." Like
I
it's like
didn't
you
even,
put one to two together.
I remember that dialogue too, and I didn't even attach the two because after I stopped seeing him, I stopped thinking about him.
No, yeah, it's like so in my mind, I'm like, he's going to save her at some point. He's not done with this movie. At some point, he's going to be the savior in the situation.
Right.
So,
He's the love interest, like
mhm,
for Kiki Palmer.
so once the fire started, I'm like he's the firefighter. He's gonna bust in, save the day. That's it.
Yeah.
It's pretty much it. Everything's wrapped up. What's her name is she's actually an art dealer now, right? She's
selling her stuff from like $1,000 a painting now. They said.
mm-hmm. Kiki Palmer's franchise manager over the restaurant, still talking to dude. Alyssa's ex-boyfriend finessed the white girl. Now he's sleeping on her couch.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty much that's pretty much it. It's wrapped up. Happily ever after. Make a part 2. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
One of them days again.
Yeah. Another one of them days. I'm with it. I'm with it.
One of them days after next.
To me, I just the energy of seeing a movie where they're not trying hard is what I love the most about everything. And then it's like the regular hood shit where it's not over the top. To me, the scene I laughed the hardest at was when and it was just random when they went to go see the big booty girl in her apartments. And the lady was like, "Come on, Miss Jenkins, you gonna let these motherfuckers take my door?" She's like, "You got me fucked up."
Yeah,
To me, it was to me that was random, but that was funny as fuck to me. I'm like, nigga, taking your door?
Yeah, I'm trying to think about the funniest scene for me. Probably I thought Cat Williams was funny. Like his
He's funny as hell.
Yeah, when I think about the characters of this movie, a lot of characters were kind of in and out for the most part. Like King Lo, you didn't see him to the end, pretty much. And then the big booty girl, I think she could have been the villain the whole movie, if you ask me. That's just my opinion about it, though. Like they could have stretched her out to where they didn't need King Lo. I feel like he was a little unnecessary, but I guess they had to keep it going as far as like they have one incident after the other. Like first incident was like they lost the money, had to get the money. They lost the money again to get some shoes to get money. Now they have to pay the money back, so they had to have more incidents with I guess other people. But when I saw King Lo at the end, it was kind of like, I guess.
I like it.
That's cool.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. When I think about the character, I like Kiki Palmer's character. I thought her and SZA had a good little friendship thing going on, but I also thought, I guess that part didn't really remind me.
Somebody out there having a good time.
Jesus Christ, you ain't got no respect in your own house.
They out there having a good time.
Man, ain't nothing that funny in the world. Anyway, I like Kiki Palmer and SZA's characters together. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like they had good chemistry.
Yeah.
Also, John Singleton's daughter wrote this.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. I was like, that's dope.
That's dope.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't know that until like later on. I was like, oh shit. I thought.
I mean, because so you
was a Ray's movie.
Yeah, you would assume that because they was plastering her name on everything. But you know, it's like we know why they doing it. But that's dope that it was Johnson. That's dope.
Yeah, and it was a fun movie, and I was like, like LA movies are a cheat code for me anyway. So if it's in LA, most likely I'm gonna check it out. Unless it's because I've seen some LA movies on some lower budget LA movies. I'm like, yeah, man, why y'all didn't capture the essence? I feel like when you do an LA movie, you gotta capture the essence a little bit. You gotta like show the location and have like certain characters, play certain parts. But yeah, it was a fun movie.
Right. To me, it's just the hood essence. Like, don't overdo it. Hood niggas, it's like hood people is people too. It's just regular life for them. So I like when they do that. They're not over the top. They didn't even have niggas extra blood and cuz out in here. It was just like it's just regular hood shit.
They didn't. I feel like you don't have to. You know what I mean?
You don't have to.
Yeah, everybody knows that. Like, if you see somebody, it's like, oh, he affiliated. Like at the end, you know what I mean? Like you don't have to have a dude in red, blue chucks. It's just like, all right, bro.
It's like it's not necessary, and they didn't even tap into that. It was just like they just in the hood. This is normal. Like I said, check cashing and all of this shit. Like I'm from the Bay Area. This is normal shit for us too.
Yeah,
they didn't have to emphasize it's in LA, so show that you in LA, but it's regular hood shit at the same time.
Yeah,
regular hood shit. So I mean, I'm ready to rate it. This shit was dope to me.
Run it.
I'm gonna give this movie right.
I'm gonna give this movie a right. All right. And a right.
Yeah, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out for yourself. It's still in movies. How long you think it's gonna stay in theaters? That shit don't be lasting in theaters that long no more.
I mean, the movie theater was not that full, so it's like people don't go to the movie theaters no more. So usually movies be wherever they feel like it's gonna do the best numbers. So they probably gonna send it to streaming in less than a month, maybe like February. We probably gonna see this movie before March.
Right, that should be moving fast. They be like, get nobody's watching it. Get this motherfucker out of here.
Yeah, it did. I think it did good though. Like
no, it did great. But I'm saying, it's like great compared to history. Yeah. It's like, yeah, you're doing great for now, but we gotta hurry up and get you up out of here. We got something else coming.
Yeah, black women, black couples are definitely going to see this movie. I don't know about everybody else because I know, but I feel like fuck,
Like, share, subscribe, talk to us. We talk back wherever. If you there, let us know how y'all felt about this movie and go watch it. Support it. Support black women. Support black movies.
Black on Black Prime.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify and follow us on IG and TikTok.